Welcome back everybody to episode 24 of the Minecraft Let's Play. Thank you very much for joining me today. So before you is the mob grinding system. As you can see, it's working nicely, but it's also been altered. It's now a 30 block drop instead of a 20 something block drop as it was before. The reason why I changed it was because the witches were not dying. They just fall to the bottom, chug a fire resistance potion, and just kind of sit there forever and never really die. But with the 30 block drop, they take fatal fall damage instantly, and there's nothing they can do to prevent that. So I'm now getting witch drops along with everything else. And the mob grinder is working very nicely now. Over here, you can see that the iron farm has been removed. I actually moved it down here to my underground farming area, which also has some changes since my last update video. So over here you'll see I have added some things to the super silo storage system here. So I have locations now here for mob drops from the mob system, and iron from the underground iron farm, which I'm about to show you. And as you can see, I'm getting all my drops piped over here to the system, and it's very nice. All the farms over here have gone through some changes. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but basically I had to change them from a design that didn't work in 1.14.3 to a new design that does work now. Over here is the iron farm, which as you can see is working very nicely. Basically every 30 seconds the villagers will spawn an iron golem because they're scared of the zombie. The iron golem dies in that lava and drops its items onto that trapdoor, which has a hopper underneath it. Hopper collects the drops, and the storage minecart underground picks up everything and takes it to the super silo storage system. Up there, the villagers are getting scared, and then not scared. It's kind of interesting. The design is by Rayworks, which I will put a link to in the description. Basically, it's a very simple design, and it works very nicely. I also changed some minor redstone things over here as well. I upgraded the sugarcane and pumpkin farm from the daylight sensor to a 20-minute hopper timer here. So rain no longer affects the system. It's always going to harvest every 20 minutes regardless of what the weather is outside. It's very nice in getting all of my drops at regular intervals now. If you're curious about this design, I'll also put a link in the description to the hopper timer setup, which operates for short periods of time and longer periods of time, which is the design you see right here. This is a separate timer right here, which I use for the storage minecart. I believe you've seen this timer before. It triggers every 5 minutes and goes around collecting drops from all the hoppers and all the farms around my base here. So I also have a line of redstone from this hopper timer right here going this way to the wheat and beetroot farm. So I'm using that same timer to trigger this hopper minecart to pick up all the drops from the farm up there. So it's very nice, and it collects all the drops. So that's everything down here. I'm going to go ahead and go to the surface and show you some of the changes I made up there since the last episode as well. So down here I have upgraded the furnaces from the old array of furnaces that I'd have to manually fill it by hand to this design that will automatically smelt large numbers of items into these chests right here. And of course I can access the fuel from back here, and all the items get smelted right here in these furnace array, and I can just easily reach all of the items, and it does so over a long period of time. I also added a potion brewing system here. So if you've been paying attention to my channel, you'll see that I put in a tutorial recently for an automatic potion brewer, and I also wanted to add this to my Let's Play world. So I went ahead and built this for on my own during my vacation that I recently had, and then I also put the automatic potion brewing system underground. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a tour. So here's the outside. It kind of has the look of a brewing shop. I kind of found a picture online that I liked, so I just kind of copied that design. And when we go in here, you can see a large number of chests with signs in front of them. And this is basically all the chests that will hold all of the potions that I plan on brewing. So I can have one chest for each type of potion that I brew. Down here is the automatic potion brewing system. So if you've seen the tutorial for yourself, you'll know how this works. But basically, you just flick these levers, and you choose the ingredients you want, and then you turn the system on. It'll fill this hopper, this brewing stand, with those items. It'll automatically brew them in this chest, and then when you're done, you just turn it off. It'll finish what it's doing, and you can take your potions. The system is built to turn itself off if you run out of potion ingredients, as you can see with this lamp right here that'll indicate that. It'll also turn itself off if the output chest gets full, this chest right here. And it'll also turn itself off if it runs out of water bottles. So as you can see, it has a lot of conditions that it'll use when it activates itself, which is really nice. It's very versatile, and it has easy access to all the water bottles, so you can easily fill it all the way to the top here. And then over here I have my potion selections. Like right now I have a extended slow falling potion selected. But if, let's say, I wanted a potion of strength, I could just do this. And let's make it an extended strength potion. Then I can just flip this. And as you can see, all of the items are getting dispensed. And this one will eventually get dispensed right here. And then all of those potion ingredients go here into this hopper. And as you can see, the nether wart starts brewing. And then after this will come the blaze powder, and then the redstone dust. And then if I want to turn the system off, I just flip this lever. It'll finish brewing these potions, and then it will no longer continue brewing. If I left the lever on, then it would just make more and more potions and keep going until this chest filled up. So yeah, the system works very nicely, and I actually like it a lot. I literally left it running for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I just filled this chest full of slow-falling potions. I won't need to brew anymore for a long time. So yeah, the system works nicely, and I will definitely use it in the future. In fact, I need to make strength potions, so I'll go ahead and leave it on. So I also made some changes to the village, so I'll go ahead and meet you guys there. Alright, welcome to the village, everybody. So I haven't built anything new here. Probably by next episode you'll see a lighthouse here. I want to build that as like one of the next things I want to do. What I'm going to actually do over here is show you guys some of the new trades that I've been getting recently. Yeah, so I got really lucky. I got a librarian with mending. And so I've just been buying a bunch of these books and putting them on my armor. And as you can see, I have mending and all of my my armor here, which is really nice. All my tools, except for that one. But yeah, so basically I don't have to make more armor. I can just basically make a set of god armor and put mending on it, and then it'll just keep itself full all the time, which is really cool. And as you can see, all this armor is just maxed out. And it works really nicely. So, yeah, whenever I go wither hunting, I just bring my wither sword here. It's got smite 5 on it and looting 3, so I have a high chance of getting a wither skeleton skull. And yeah, it just works really nicely. I've also upgraded the ender recently, but it doesn't work anymore because the stupid endermite keeps dying. So I'm thinking about just completely overhauling that system and making it so that it uses a different design that's more reliable than the one I had implemented originally, because the endermen are hard to kill because I have to kill them by hand with a sword instead of using fall damage. So I'm thinking about upgrading the ender so that it uses fall damage, and it also uses an endermite, as you saw before. So for today, my plan was to do a little bit of exploring in the end, try to find an end city, and maybe get some elytra. So I've noticed that I have a lot of sugarcane and a lot of gunpowder, so I'm pretty much in position now to get myself a nice set of elytra, and I can just fly around my world instead of having to walk around on foot. So as you can see here, I got a bunch of potions here. Slow falling is really important when you're trying to kill shulkers. A bunch of dirt so I can pillar over to each of the end islands, and of course the totem of undying is a must. If you're gonna go after creatures that could kill you very easily. I recently had a raid on one of my villages. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but I have that Iron Golem farm I showed to you guys. It's technically a village, and there's a raid that got triggered by it. Luckily, none of my villagers died, but I killed an evoker, and I got a totem of undying from him. So good stuff. So that's my plan for this episode. And I'll go ahead and meet you guys in the end. Alright, welcome back everybody. So here I am in the end, and as you can see, this is the end island where I killed the Ender Dragon a few episodes back. In that direction over there is the Enderman farm. You can kind of see the pathway leading to it. And then I went ahead and made a dirt staircase here to this Ender portal. So let's go ahead and throw an Ender pearl and see where it takes us. Ah, here we are. Okay, so I'll need to remember these coordinates right here. 298, 60, 979. Let me put those in the chat. And the reason why I need to remember these coordinates is because I'm going to go exploring and I need to be able to find my way back home. I think these do spawn kind of regularly here and there, and they'll take me back to the main Ender Island, but just to be safe I want to have those available to me. And of course it's probably going to take me a little bit of time to find an end city around here. Typically you don't just find them right off the bat. I might get lucky here. But if not, I'm going to also harvest some chorus fruit here and just kind of get familiar with this Ender Island. And then I'll probably have to pillar out to some bigger Ender Islands if I don't find an end city nearby. So yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted on how I do here. Look what we found here, an end city. I don't see a boat of any sort, but I hope we'll find shulkers for sure, so hopefully we can find a boat nearby. It might be behind it, but if we do not, I'm going to have to keep looking to find that Elytra that I've been looking for, but it seems like I'm going to have to go around a long way to get there, because I just don't have enough dirt to bridge all these gaps all the time, so... yeah, we'll see if we can find ourselves some Elytra today. It's a hopeful sign right there. Oh, look at that! There's another end city right here in the corner. Wow, two end cities right next to each other. Check that out. That's what I call a find. So if I don't find a boat with this one, hopefully I'll find a boat with the next one. It seems like these are kind of small, though. Some of the ones I've seen before are kind of big, a little bit larger, you know. Definitely we'll find some shulker shells for sure. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Okay, so it looks like we got some shulkers right here in front of the place here, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself ready for a fight. I brought myself some regeneration potions and instant health potions, just in case. And then blocks, of course, and slow falling potions are all very important. You always want to have feather falling. I don't have sharpness, so it's going to be a little harder to kill these guys. I'm going to try to hit them with my bow if I can. So I'm going to go ahead and TP over here and let's see what we can do. So you gotta hit them when they're open like this. You gotta hit those little blocks here. And then you gotta hit these things before they can get to you. So you see how I can hit them like that? And it's kind of hard to kill these guys, but once you do... Oh, I just got hit by one of those blocks. And you can see how the slow fall, it gives me this levitation effect. So by sipping the slow falling potion, it'll prevent me from taking a bunch of damage from the from these little balls here, which are following me, like that one right there. And then see how the slow falling keeps me from taking extra damage. It's good stuff. Oh, here they are. Oh, I just got hit by one. I'm in the maw of the beast right now. Get the balls. Don't let them hit you. Yeah, it's good to have a good bow as well, too. I'll be sure to pick up some of these end rods, too. Oh, just got a shulker shell from one of them. That's good. Yeah, so I'm going to pick up these end rods for sure, because these are hard to come by. Okay, and then over here we got our chests. Just want to double check. Oh, there's a shulker shell right there. I want to make sure I get that. Yeah, so these shulker shells are what you use to make, you put a chest in the middle of them, and then you can make a shulker box, which is used for mobile storage. I want to definitely collect as many of these as possible, so that I can have plenty of mobile storage solutions available to me. So in here we got a bunch of gold. I'll actually take some of these chests with me. And then over here, oh, we got some mending boots. Wow, look at that, efficiency 5. Good stuff in here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for all this loot here. I've got plenty of saddles, so I'll just leave all that in there. I can get rid of some of these chorus fruit that I don't need, because I can just grow my own when I get home with these chorus flowers. I've got plenty of saddles at home, and I have a villager that sells me saddles, so I don't really need them. And then up here is the end of the end city here. So, unfortunately, I don't think it's a very big one. It seems like we just got some shulkers that will spawn out here occasionally. But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be much bigger than this. So, I can also break some of the blocks here and take some of these home with me. But, of course, I could always just make end stone and the coarse, or the purple blocks myself using coarse flowers and whatnot. So, anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and head over to the other end city here. I'll see you guys there. Yeah, unfortunately, this seems like another small end city, but I can see a little, if you saw that little beacon beam, there's a little teleporter right there too, so that'll take us back to the end islands. Well, it looks like we got some flags here, and we'll probably get some shulkers and more end rods from this, so it's still not a bad find, but unfortunately it's not the larger end city that spawns those boats that I'm looking for. But it's a good opportunity to get lots of shulker shells and some loot here, so let's go ahead and take this out. So, not much in this castle either. This was just a bunch of shulkers inside of here, not even loot. It was really, really small and very basic, so it's kind of like an outpost. But it actually didn't produce anything besides end rods and a few more shulker shells. So, I can definitely come back here if I want to look for more shulkers, which will spawn here, but besides that, I'm kind of out of luck, it seems. So, anyways, I'll just collect the end rods here, and then we'll keep searching for a bigger end city. Hopefully we'll find one this episode. God dang it. Oh my goodness. That's why ender pearling is so dangerous. Because what happens is, I was ender pearling to an island, and the ender pearl hit the side of the island instead of the topmost surface. And so I teleported to the side, and I started falling. And I chugged a slow falling potion, and I started falling slowly, and I started throwing ender pearls frantically, just trying to hope that I'd get teleported closer to the island. And I pulled out my bow instead, and fired off an arrow and hit myself, which didn't help the situation. And by the time I was able to start throwing ender pearls, I was out of range, if anything. It's too bad I didn't catch that on camera, because it would have been hilarious to watch. But it's not hilarious right now, because I just lost all my stuff. Everything. I lost all those end rods. Yeah, thanks, Minecraft. I lost all those end rods. I lost all those shulker shells. I lost all of that diamond armor that I spent so much time working on. Yeah, everything is gone now. That's just wonderful, isn't it? I mean, there's no point to sit. I can just sit here forever if I want to, but it's not going to bring my stuff back. So, yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be able to find the Elytra this episode, because I'm pretty much out of recording time, and I've lost all my stuff. So, and I really need to put up this episode, so I guess I'll find something else to do in the Minecraft world, and I'll see you guys once I figure out what I'm doing. Okay guys, so here I am back at the base, and as you see I am back to the Iron Age. I just had some picks and stuff laying around, so I equipped those. But yeah, that death kind of made me lose everything. Everything I had. All the armor I showed you, all those tools that had mending on them, everything. Poof. Just deleted. So, I kind of have to start over again. And I only have 4 diamonds too, so I really have to actually start over. Like, not actually like just enchant new stuff for like an hour, but like actually go mining for a few hours and get enough diamonds to like actually make a new set of armor. And to be honest, I'm kind of tired of doing this because this is the 3rd time I've fallen into the void and lost a full set of diamond armor and tools. So I think I kind of need to rethink my situation here. And next time I go in the end, maybe just like toting an ender chest with me, and then just like keeping all my good stuff in the ender chest, and then like when I actually need my armor, like at an end city, then I'll like pull it out. But then when I'm not at the end city, or like when I'm exploring the void or whatever, I'll just have like cheap armor or no armor. Although no armor is kind of bad because the enderman can like 2-hit you, so maybe like cheap armor instead. So yeah, that's my situation, and I'm certainly not going to be able to do all that by the time I publish this episode, so I decided for this episode that I would work on that, where is it, the... Oh yes, the lighthouse. I wanted to build a lighthouse in that little peninsula there, near the ocean. And I wanted to put like the fisherman's barrel in there and all kinds of stuff, and kind of maybe even make like a dock so that I could like take a boat and swim from like over here to over there. It'd be just kind of a cool little idea. So I'm going to go ahead and just collect my resources here, and then I'll meet you guys over at the village and we can get started on that. Okay, so I'm over here at the village, and as you can see, I already kind of cleared out the area around here, and I've already kind of started the dimensions of the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is going to be circular in nature, as most lighthouses are, and I have created an 11 block radius, or 11 block diameter circle, half circle right here, and then it'll complete around to the other side. Once I kind of figure this whole thing out. The biggest difficulty really is just getting comfortable with the lay of the land and kind of trying to fit the half circle in there, and then trying to find a spot for, hey, where am I going to put the dock? It seems like the best place to put the dock is going to be over here, kind of in this direction, because this is the way that the peninsula kind of points outwards. So if I can just put a small little dock kind of pointing out here, then that seems to work nicely. And of course, we're being visited by zombies of all sizes here, so I'll take care of these guys on my own. But just know that I have kind of laid out the circle here, and I'm going to keep going up. And then here's the color palette over here. So we're mainly just going to be going with the medieval theme. So we got spruce logs for our support beams, and then spruce planks as our, what'd you say, filler. There we go. Iron golems got him busy, so. And then here I got some cobblestone, stone bricks, polished andesite, lanterns, all that good stuff. Kind of match the theme of the other buildings around here. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit when I have the base plan built up here. Okay, so we have the base laid out here, and then the next part is just laying down the kind of basic idea of the lighthouse, and then kind of as we go up, you want to shrink it down, similar to like a cone, like an elongated cone, if that makes sense. So I would like the front of this building to have wood on these parts right here, and then of course we want to keep the drowned from annoying us here. So you have wood in these little corners here, like that. And then get out your stone bricks here, and then just kind of fill in the gaps right here in the front-facing parts. And this is a design that I kind of used inspiration that I found online. That our door will go right there, and then we'll have another door right here. We'll have to have like a little deck going onto the dock over here. And then on the corners here, I was thinking we could use spruce planks because they match the color of the oak logs pretty nicely, actually. And it doesn't kind of offsets the difference, I guess you could say, in look. So we're going to kind of go with this sort of thing, and then I might put polished andesite in there occasionally. Maybe I could put it at some of the window levels, I suppose. Kind of experiment with this and kind of figure out what looks best. So we're going to kind of go with something like this. We're going to build up with this oak wood and get ourselves some spruce planks. Okay, so Here's the inside. Doesn't look too crazy here. I kind of put some lanterns or torches in here temporarily, and I'll figure out what to do with the lighting later. For now, I'll just have some torches in here. This is what it looks like from the outside. The only thing I don't like is how the wood, you can't see the other bark unless you're on this side over there. Kind of looks a little odd. But from the corner here, yeah, it doesn't look too bad from the corner. Kind of the color of the oak and the spruce logs kind of matches together very nicely. And then over there at the windows, it doesn't look too bad. The idea is I would just take some iron bars, or actually I think I have some glass here. I got some stained glass here. Just put some stained glass here at the floor level so the villagers can see out, so I can see out too. And then I also have some spruce doors that I'd like to use. I've been using oak doors everywhere else, so I'd like to just have some spruce... Whoops, that's not where it goes. There you go. Some spruce wood doors. And yeah, you can't really see out of them, but I don't really care. I just want to kind of get that kind of spruce look to it. And then in the front here, we can use like a cobblestone stair to kind of offset the look a little bit. And we can do this something different on the other side for sure. And then all we have to do now is just seal it off with the birch fences here to keep the villagers from trying to escape. Doesn't need one right there. Oh, now I'm getting all OCD about this. But you get the idea. Just keep the villagers from escaping, and that's pretty much the basic idea of the lighthouse here. And then I can put some more of this like hidden pumpkin jack-o'-lantern lighting over here in the corners where it's a little bit dark. And then I might tweak this design a little bit, I think, but the basic idea is that you build up about, I'd say 6 blocks, and then you go in by one. Like you make the circle a little bit smaller on the inside, and then you kind of build upwards from there. And you just keep doing that until you get to the very top, and then you can kind of add a lighthouse part to the top of it. And then, of course, in the middle, I would need to install like a ladder going all the way to the top. So I'll just keep working away here, and I'll give you guys a little update. So this right here is actually looking a lot better. I went ahead and added a oak wood outline around the top, and then put cobblestone on top of it, so it kind of like breaks up the look a little bit. So instead of just straight oak wood slabs going up, it kind of gets that line around it, and it kind of completes the look a little bit more. It still looks a little weird from this angle here, because it just looks like there's nothing. I'm expecting to see wood there, but there isn't. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe it's just something about the way I expect things to look in Minecraft that needs to change, rather than how the thing actually looks itself. Although the only thing I am having issues with is the andesite there. I feel like I either need to add more, or I need to just get rid of it completely. I still haven't decided. I think I'm gonna continue working on it, and then kind of take a far away look at it to decide how I want to make this. But just imagine now that I'm going to take this design and repeat it above, but I'm just going to shrink the diameter of the circle by 2 blocks. So I'll keep doing that until I'm going to do that, build up 6 blocks, just continuing to do that pattern until I get close to the top, where I get like a 3x3 area or whatever, and then I might just add like a lighthouse tower or something. I don't know, I'll kind of play it by ear. But yeah, I'll kind of fast forward to the very last part where I'm going to add that tower here, just to save you guys some watch time here. Alright everybody, so I went ahead and fast forwarded through all the boring details, and I just went ahead and finished the lighthouse for you guys. And as you can see here, I think it came out pretty nicely. It's kind of hard to get the proportions right. For some reason, yeah, if you have any levels below, they have to be shorter than the main level, which goes all the way to the very top. But to me, it does kind of have the appearance of a lighthouse, and then just kind of has that little rotund, kind of slightly larger circle at the very top. But it still looks like a lighthouse because you can see like the beams going through. And then I used oak wood right there so you wouldn't see the bottom of the oak planks there. And no monsters can spawn on the roof there. It's all half slabs and stairs, so that looks fine. And then from a distance, you can see the glowstone inside of there. Ideally, that would be like prismarine lamps or whatever, but I think it's fine the way it is right now. It doesn't look terrible. I think the cobblestone rings kind of look a little tiny bit weird, but I think I can get used to it for certain. I think it definitely matches the rest of the village here. And then on the inside, we have 4 beds and then 2 barrels. So we have our fishermen are going to be inside the lighthouse here, and then we have some other villagers who sleep here at nighttime. And then over here, I blocked this off so villagers couldn't get out, is where we're going to put the dock. And I was thinking for the dock we could use birch wood with oak wood pillars that go into the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and get some birch wood, and then I'll go ahead and work on that while I finish up the episode. Okay, everybody, so I just wanted to finish up the episode here while I worked on this little deck here for the villagers and for myself to go fishing on. I brought my fishing pole and an item frame so I can leave those out here. But I just wanted to kind of explain some things to you guys while I had the time here. Since there's been some just things going on in my life that's kind of prevented me from continuing to upload on a regular basis. So I just wanted to outline that I haven't uploaded a Let's Play episode in about 2 months now, which is a little bit unusual for me. And I kind of feel bad about that because I feel like I should be uploading on a fairly regular basis, and I'm doing the best I can to do so. But sometimes I just get caught up in things that are out of my control or whatever. See, that's unfortunate right there. You see how that villager just kind of spawned outside of... He just spawns into the water here. I don't understand. It's because the bed is right there on the edge. So I didn't upload for 2 months because of just things going on. I am in the process of I moved into a new place completely for the 3rd time in a long time. And I also had to start looking for a job now and all that good stuff, and it's just kind of a lot of stress on me, so I just didn't really have the time or the energy to do any uploading, just a little bit here and there to do maybe like a tutorial or something. So I just haven't been uploading very much recently for that reason. But don't worry, I'm not going to stop uploading. I'm just going to, may have to do only maybe 1 or 2 videos a month, unfortunately, until things kind of become a little bit more stable for me. So that's kind of just the reality of the situation right now. But I'm doing the best I can with the time I do have, and I can assure you that it's coming along very nicely. I am still enjoy uploading Minecraft episodes regularly. Still something I enjoy doing, and I definitely don't plan on stopping, just maybe not as much as I normally would do in the past. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to explain that to you guys, so please don't be alarmed if you just don't see as many regular episodes as you had kind of used to seeing. So this should prevent the villagers from spawning outside of the walls now when they wake up in the morning. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and just continue to block that off so villagers can't get out. So my plan for this dock here is I need to put my crafting bench here so I can make some more of these spruce fences. Is to use spruce fences to keep the villagers inside, and then have spruce slabs on top of the oak logs to kind of offset the look a little bit. Also, one thing I wanted to explain to you guys is sometimes I don't have as much time. Like as you saw today, I died while I was in the end, and so if I had more time, I could have focused on maybe okay, well, how can I fix this issue so that I can accomplish the thing I had originally planned in doing. Sometimes just things are out of my control. I just don't have enough time, so I just can't continue with what I was doing in the end, unfortunately. So then I would have to end up having to do something else, like build a lighthouse instead. So I hope you guys are understanding and flexible about that. I know that you guys have been, everybody who's commented on my channel so far has been very supportive of my channel, and has given me all kinds of support, so I really appreciate that. And I'll definitely, feeling like I want to continue doing what I'm doing, so. And unfortunately, I do have to put stairs out here because villagers will try to escape if I don't put these stairs here, or these, what it's called, fences here. Can't believe I keep forgetting how to say basic things. So, and then of course for lighting, another idea I had is I could take a spruce fence like this, up 3, like that. Have it hang over like that. Get out my lanterns. Have a hanging lantern like that. That looks really cool. I like that look. Now, of course, then we're going to see the top of the plank, so to fix that, to take some oak wood, and there you go. Now it looks like a, doesn't have that weird look to it. It just all kind of matches. I kind of want it to be a very similar color for the railing. Fence gate will go right here, and I can use this to get in and out, but the villagers cannot escape from here. So the villagers can go outside, but they can't come out here to this point right here. There you go. Perfect. And now it's safe for me to let the villagers out so they can come in through here. And then over here will be my little area where I can go fishing if I want to. Perfect. And then I just do that, get my fishing rod, and then I can go fishing. Oh, it's cool. They added sound effects to it too, so it's really nice. And I just kind of sit here on the corner and I watch for fish. Oh, there's a fish coming. Perfect. I got myself some cod. Perfect, I can give that to a stray cat and I'll have a new friend. So, anyways, I'm just going to put a little iron bar there and a lantern, and that should complete the look of things on the outside here. I really love these lanterns. They really should have been added to Minecraft a lot longer. Long before. Not, yeah, anyways, you get the idea. Anyways, so that's the episode for today. Sorry that it didn't kind of work out perfectly. I will just do my best to do some mining off camera here and kind of get myself situated again. Maybe by next episode I'll have the ender grinder working perfectly and I'll show that to you guys. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, please remember to leave a like. If you didn't like the video, please make sure to leave a dislike and then tell me in the comment section why you did not like the video. And if you really like my channel and you want to see more content, more Let's Play content or tutorials or anything Minecraft related, just make sure to subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and take it easy, everybody. See you next time.